When you write a motion, you always want to tender an order for the court. And essentially, what that is you're just showing the court, giving the court what you want them to say. So I've learned, although it was kind of weird in the beginning, I have learned over the years that when you want somebody to do something for you, just do it for them and have them sign off on it. That way, it's done exactly the way that you want it done, and you get, and they're more likely to do it very quickly. So that's exactly what you're doing here. You're writing the order for the court themselves. So you write it as if you are the court, and it's just ready for them to sign right there. As you look at, I'm going to give you a couple examples of this. The order is the court's answer to your request. So if you request, if you move the court to grant an extension of time, the court will say, "I hereby grant an extension of time." It should mirror exactly what you're asking for. So let's take a look at this. The first thing as we look at this um, is the caption. The caption should be the exact same as your answer. And so you have the title of the court. It's going to be all caps, all bold, party name, party designation, party names with et al. On our case. Um, and it's ET space AL. The way I just wrote that is deceiving. And defendants, plural. You have your case number, all caps, all bold. Don't put the judge's name in parentheses. I think that's diminutive and insulting to the judge. And then you can have the title of whatever it is. The word entry and order is used interchangeably for this document. I tend to say order. This person uses entry. It's the same thing. The judge will take it either way. So they have entry granting leave to supplement the designation of their experts. So we can guess he filed a motion for leave to supplement designation of experts. So yours could just be a motion granting extension of time. The other things on here, this was faxed into the court on paper. So, don't worry about trying to put that fax information on there. You can see here, the barcode here is a scan. That's because paper came into the court and they try to scan it. We don't do that. We just file it electronically. And it also has a manual file stamp. Don't worry about any of that. I will note one thing. You can see this is page 5 of the fax. It's because the motion was the first 4 pages. It was a cover page, a motion, maybe the motion took 2 pages or so. And so that's why the entry is page 5. So that's your caption. Do not put this extra title here. I don't know why there are 2 titles. It's not what you put. Then the order entry itself is very basic. You can simply say, upon consideration, this court, capitalized court, hereby grants the defendants, in our case, it'll be plural, and name them, motion, you would say, for extension of time. Here you want to add a little bit to what they have put on theirs because you want to put the date certain. So you would say, the court grants the motion for extension of time, period, and then you would next sentence would be not next paragraph, just next sentence. The defendants, name them, are ordered to answer by and put the date in that you asked for. Then you can say it is so ordered. I like to put on this the blank day of December 2020. That way the court can actually put the date on there as well. Then you have a place for the judge's name, just like this, it's a signature line. You're not going to be signing his name in there. And the other thing you should put, it's a nice thing for the court, is copies too, and then put your address block and the opposing party's address block. So address block is just the name, street address, and state, city, and zip code. City, state, and zip code just to make sure that's correct. So here's just another example, just another example of an order. This is an entry of dismissal. You can see caption, everything's the same, very basic. Has the you can barely see it. I thought I missed it here. You can see the judge's signature is right here. Then these are the copies too I was talking about. They're just sending copies to them. So that just gives you an idea. This one is an entry of dismissal, dismissing the entire case. And it just says all matters and controversies having been fully compromised and settled, the court being sufficiently advised of the premises, this matter here is hereby dismissed with prejudice, cost to be borne by the defendants. Very basic, nothing too fancy. So just a couple of examples. I do have one more motion. No, that was our motion. I do have one kind of a funny order for you. And I just thought I would read this for you because sometimes courts get a little bit edgy. This one was written by the court. This was not a tendered order. So in this order, you can see everything's the same. It has the captions, everything just like we do. But it says this is a matter actually having been settled. It was scheduled for trial. Um, it says the parties having informed the court that the herein matter has been settled amicably, and it has a footnote. The court uses the word amicably loosely. There is no reason for the court to be doing that. The court is just getting a little ornery with this, kind of funny with it. So, if you go on to see, if you can go on to read this court is really, I don't know what's going on with them. It says, and such news of an amicable settlement having made this court happier than a tick on a fat dog, because it is otherwise busier than a one legged cat in a sandbox, and quite frankly would rather have jumped naked off a 12-foot step ladder into a 5-gallon bucket of porcupines than have presided over a 2-week trial of the herein dispute, a trial which, no doubt, would have made the jury more confused than a hungry baby in a topless bar and made the parties and their attorneys madder than mosquitoes in a mannequin factory. Holy cow. Um, don't know what that was all about, but that's hysterical. So sometimes you get these crazy things. This is Kenton County Judge. If I had to guess, that sounds like Judge Trusty, but I don't have the second page of this motion or of this order. So that is not how you write an order, but that is an awesome order to get. And I saved this for because it was hysterical. So um, enjoy writing your order. Do not give me anything that looks like this one, but it's a pretty good one.